Hi, Pastor Jim Schoenrock here.
Hi, I'm Vito Genovese.
This is Don and Beryl Waldolin calling from Minneapolis.
My name is Jody DeVere, and I am a former member of St. John's Lutheran Church in Palm Desert.
My name is Hilda Andengard. I have been attending St. John's Lutheran Church since 2005.
I am Nancy Turner, and I've been a member of St. John's Lutheran Church on Washington Street in Palm Desert since 1971.
I'm Pastor Charles Reeks. I served there at St. John's from 2004 to 2013.
My name's Millie Taylor. My husband Bill and I recently moved from the desert from St. John's in May, and we moved east for the next chapter of our life. And everybody teased me about I was going to be freezing cold. So here I am today, sweating, because it's been in the 70s ever since we got here.
1971. Yes, that was 53 years ago. Both the church building and I have changed a bit since then.
In March of 2000, we moved into our home in Heritage Mounds. Having moved several times in each new town, we would find a church that was comfortable for us. So having been at several different denominations, we decided to look around. We ended up at St. John's. Why do you ask? Because of one word: we were comfortable. What that means to us is you can be yourself. You can do as much as you want or as little, and you'll always be welcome. You get that when you walk into the sanctuary and the people welcome you. So we decided this is where we were going to worship.
I came down to Palm Desert to care for my mother after my father passed away. And curiously enough, after being a Presbyterian for over 60 years, she also joined. It really says a lot about the culture and what it's like to attend St. John's, at least for me, a church filled with love and compassion and giving, a church that really gives back to the community, a church that values their youth and the very old and young at heart as well.
The music provided here at this church has always drawn people to attend our services. As chair of the music department at College of the Desert, Dr. Norman brought talented singers to our Sunday services. In April of 1971, Dr. Westby officiated at the wedding of Bob and Nancy Turner on a colorful bridge at the Erewhon Gardens in Indian Wells, which became the Miramonte 25 years later. In 1975, and again in 1977, Dr. Westby baptized my children, first John, then Jolene. It was very exciting for our little congregation, with only one service, to welcome Reverend David Babcock. We grew to have 3 services, one on Saturday afternoon and 2 on Sunday. Fern Dillard became our secretary with a desk scrunched into the southwest corner of our fellowship hall, now the mezzanine, along with choir robes, tables for our potlucks, Sunday school materials, you name it. Ann Ryan became our administrative assistant later, and she was blessed with more space. We have truly been blessed to have such fine talent here at this church. Beginning with Dr. Norman, we have the Corwins, Pastor Dave's wife and her trio, Bill Reynolds, Laura Stave, Patrick Karst, Danny Flahive, Ron Mercer, and now Sarah Hager and John McGuyan for our wonderful musicians. The church has grown in many ways since 1971. Additions to the building and our outdoor pavilion can be easily seen. The people involved in many types of service cannot, but they are tied to our purpose to know Christ and make Christ known. Today we have find food for people who experience food insecurity, dedicated people in the altar guild, dependable ushers and readers, hands on high, and a lot of other things directed by Wendy, such as devotion in motion, medium personnel, VBS and glow lessons, sessions, Sunday school, youth study, catechism, the men's group, Ruth's Circle, midweek Bible studies, welcoming volunteers serving in the fellowship hall each week, and a hardworking church council backed up by our many committees. We are blessed to have Pastor Jen and Pastor Emily leading us to know Christ and make Christ known.
And Beryl told me, I was in Europe at the time, she told me that she met this wonderful pastor and he wanted to be her friend. And throughout the years, Dave and Julie have been best friends of ours, and we've had a tremendous experience, not only with Dave and Julie, but with the folks here at St. John's. ministers through the years have been Pastor Charles and Carol Riggs, and they're also were great for the church, then Pastor Jen. And we all know the tremendous job Jen has been growing programs and helping the church grow. And recently she added Emily, Pastor Emily, who also fits in very well. We think Emily is wonderful.
The mission statement at St. John's is to know Christ and to make Christ known. When Bill and I moved to the desert and joined St. John's about 16 years ago, I thought I knew Jesus. I thought I knew Christ. But through my years of working with Pastor Jen, with Pastor Emily, with all of you wonderful people, with fellowship, with Bible study, with sermons, with all the wonderful things that I learned at St. John's, I do know that I now know Christ better than I did before. The rest of the mission statement is to make Christ known. As St. John's works with the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, with the Fine Food Program, with giving things away every month, with collecting, with being neighborly and loving to all of our neighbors, I also feel that St. John's is definitely making Christ known in the community and in our neighborhood.
We had a good time there together. I remember serious remodeling and building efforts going on to free up space so we could have meetings simultaneously in the same area. I remember wonderful music and worship events together. Carol and I treasure and we're honored to have wonderful friendships during those years. Congratulations on 60 years of sustained ministry. That is really an accomplishment over the issues of life that far. Thanks to you all for being God's kids there in the neighborhood. You are really an oasis in the desert.
My husband did not want to attend a large church. So one day while we're driving down Washington Street, which is not far from where we live, so we were around that street quite often, he saw this Lutheran church and he says, "We need to try that church. It looks like it's a smaller church. I would probably be comfortable there. Let's give it a try." St. John's has always been very special to me. It's a friendly church. They have a lot of activities. They may be a smaller church in size, but they certainly are an active church. And there are a lot of things to do and a lot of nice, wonderful people to get to know and to share things with and be around and serve Christ together.
Congratulations to everyone at St. John's on the 60th anniversary. I was always so glad to help out wherever I could. Pastor Jan and the welcome we received at St. John's. God bless you all, and again, happy anniversary.
Enjoy your big celebration. You certainly have earned it. God bless you all.
Have a wonderful time tonight as we reflect back on 60 years at St. John's.
Earl and I would like to put our arms around each and every one of you at St. John's, our dear, dear friends. And as you know, God loves you, and so do we.
So happy birthday, St. John's. I miss you all. I loved every minute of St. John's. It's a really special place. And it's the people, the fellowship, and the love that I miss most. Happy birthday.
Blessings and joy to you as you turn into a new chapter now of ministry into the next 60 years. Godspeed to you all.